1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Good job, Alex. So he's 17.
Taste in tunes and everything you ooze. The tempo of your beat, you bleed a melody. No one can control that old time rock and roll. No rule of gravity. And hey, can I follow you back to your room, watching you bloom in the light of the moon? Can I follow you back to your arms, wash it all off in the river
Good morning, viewers. That's the toughest one yet. Honestly, that is actually the toughest one to stay awake for. That is it. That one there. Oh, I don't even know how I've done that, to be fair. I was meant to edit a video in between the end of the sprint race, and now I haven't quite done that, which means I'm gonna have to stay up even longer. What's even worse for me is that once I finish this stream, when quali is finished, which would be at about 9 AM, I not only have to go and edit and upload a video, but when I sleep and I wake up, I'll probably wake up at like 5 or 6 PM. At 8 PM, I'm returning for my first league race in like a couple months, and like it's really weird. Like when I joined the league like a few days ago, I was really excited. I was like, yeah, I want to do league racing again. Now that it's just round the corner, it's within, well, it's basically 12 hours from now, I don't want to do it anymore. But anyway, no one cares about that. Welcome to sprint qualifying. Couple things to tell you about before we begin. First of all, the sprint race was absolutely incredible. By, well, sort of modern standards, really. Very, very good. If you didn't see it, basically Lando Norris starting P1 went wide. Hamilton sort of crashed into him a little bit going around turn 1, so that went a bit wrong. Sainz and Alonso were fighting really, really hard. Perez did an incredible double overtake. And then it finished Verstappen first, 13-second lead over Hamilton. And then Perez, which if Perez had one more lap, there's a very decent chance that Perez would have got Hamilton. And then something that has just come through about 3 or 4 minutes ago. Fernando Alonso has been given a 10-second time penalty for dive bombing Carlos Sainz. Now, I think that is utterly ridiculous because Alonso's gone for a perfectly fine overtake. I suppose, to be fair, he did sort of push Sainz off and himself, but is it worthy of a 10-second penalty? No. Especially because Sainz hit Alonso a couple corners before, and that gave Alonso a puncture. So that's bollocks. But anyway, that's that, I suppose. And there we go. Lovely, lovely stuff. Now, let me go on the broadcast. And see what we've got going down. I suppose it's sort of completely pointless to give Alonso that penalty because he quite literally retired from the... I just realised, what's the point of giving my guy a penalty if he retired? Huh? Ugh. I'm knackered, by the way. I don't know where I pulled the passion from yesterday. For those that might have seen yesterday, during the sprint quali, I was more tired than I am now. And well, yeah, I was more tired than I am now, and yet I somehow mustered passion and energy into the stream. Realistically speaking, no. I'm not going to be able to do that today. But, you know, fuck it. We move. So, of course, this is normal quali, so it's just your normal 18-minute, 15-minute, and 12-minute sessions. Lovely stuff. But yeah, I'm fucked. But we are going to begin in about 4 minutes time. I don't think I did any wacky predictions. I did some strange predictions for the Grand Prix, but I don't think I did any for quali. No. I did say though, for the Grand Prix, I said Ricciardo gets a top 5, Sargent scores points, Leclerc wins, Stroll gets a podium, and there's 4 safety cars. So there you go. Right, so this guy says that Sainz should have got a penalty for this. Let's see. So he checks his mirrors and moves slightly back left to squeeze Leclerc. Yeah, he does, to the outside before forcing Leclerc off after missing the apex completely. If we're giving Alonso for going for a perfectly normal move down the inside of a corner, but we're not giving that a penalty, yeah, I don't know about that one personally. Stefano Domenicali in an interview says, "We have a duty to make sure every day there is some action on the track." Well, yeah. But I'm confused. What do you mean we always want cut? What, so you want to have like FP1 on Tuesday, FP2 on Wednesday, FP3 on Thursday, and then... Wait, son, so you want FP1 on Monday, FP2 on Tuesday, FP3 on Wednesday, sprint quali on Thursday, and then the sprint race on Friday, quali on Saturday, and then the race on Sunday. Is that what he's talking about? How would that work? Ugh, I don't even know. Weather updates for quali: air temperature 21.7 degrees, track temperature 34.8, 20 miles per hour northwest wind, dry conditions with no risk of rain. Love that. Oh, I'm so unlocked. Like, I am unbelievably unlocked right now. It's not even funny. It is about to tick over to exactly 8 AM though, which means we are going to begin. Maybe once quali actually begins, I'll be a bit more lively, but honestly, I don't know. But all I can say is, after this weekend, after this quali at 9, when it will finish, after the race at 8 tomorrow morning, after that's all done and dusted, there is basically no more race weekends in the middle of the night. And pretty much from the next race, I don't even know where it is, until the end of the season, it's just only European races, or American, or even a couple Middle Eastern, where it's during the evenings, or the mornings, or whatever the fuck, and it's cold. But quali has started. We've already got some cars on track. We're 40 seconds in already. Live timing a bit slow today. You sort of have to refresh it just before the session starts. We have we've got Hulkenberg, we've got Gasly, we've got Ocon, we've got Tsunoda, we've got Guan Yu Zhou, we've got Alex Albon. Williams need to step it up. They've been shambolic in the sprint race. They finished P18 and 19, I believe. Obviously, Alonso retired, so technically last. And it was funny because the admins on Twitter said not bad, but not great. You finished last. How is that not bad? I don't even know. We also have K-Mag, what the fuck is a kilometer, Chili, and Posh Spice. Right, so Tsunoda is going to be the first person to start a lap in this quali session, followed by Pierre Gasly and Nico Hulkenberg. Lando no wins, also exiting the pits, very stinky sprint race from him. Went off in turn 1 because Hamilton pushed him off, and then he went even further off. Didn't really have the pace to pass, but he did have the pace to stay there. Chili, by the way, is on mediums. Don't know about that one. We also have Oscar Piastri on the track as well now. Tsunoda, Gasly, and Hulkenberg, I believe, are all starting hot laps. We can see by their first sectors if they're actually on laps. Yes, they are. Excellent. Right, so fastest through Sector 1 so far is Hulkenberg with a 25.4. Tsunoda a 26 dead. Gasly a 25.8. Ocon a 25.95. Guan Yu Zhou a 25.5 through the first sectors. Tsunoda fastest through Sector 2 with a 29.2. Magnussen then goes half a tenth quicker than Hulkenberg through the first sector at 25.42. Cold. That's not bad. A 29.3 for Gasly through the second sector, a 29.5 for Ocon. Gasly currently a couple tenths up on Ocon through this lap, and as we know, Gasly doesn't have upgrades, Ocon does, so the upgrade's not working. Russell fastest in Sector 1 by half a tenth over, by 9 milliseconds over Magnussen with a 25.4. Magnussen, there he is, K-Mag, then goes fastest in Sector 2 with a 29.1. Tsunoda goes fastest overall with a 38.1 before being overtaken by Gasly with a 36.97. Hulkenberg goes second with a 37 dead. And then we've got Esteban Ocon, who is way off Hulkenberg right now, might actually be behind Tsunoda. He is in a 37.6, goes P3. Then we have, what? Oh wait, Gasly's already done his lap. Duh! Magnussen is about to finish his lap. He's got fastest Sector 2. Magnussen goes P1, 36.6. Come on! He's probably about to lose it to Sainz by quite a distance. And then Russell as well. Sainz across the line. Sainz goes P3 only. Really bad. Sector 1 is what done him there. And then Russell goes P1 with a 36.4. Come on. Go on, Russell. Up the fucking lad. Right, we also have Piastri on a lap. Albon was on a lap, but abandoned. He must have made a mistake through, like, Sector 3. Norris on a lap. And that's it. Just Norris, Piastri, and Leclerc right now. Here comes Norris around the final corner. Any purples anywhere? Yeah, it's purple down the back straight. You know, we love that shit. Comes round the final corner. Go on, Lando, no wins. Do it for the boys. P1 now. Okay. P2, 36.5. A tenth and a bit off Russell. Not bad. Not bad. Right, so the next person... Oh. Charles Leclerc does a 28.8 in the middle sector. Alonso, a 25.3 in the first sector, goes fastest. Come on. Pastry was on a lap. A pretty decent lap. Worthy of P2. But decides to pit and abandon. So, unlucky. Bottas on a lap. Stroll on a lap. Hamilton starts a lap. Sainz also abandons his lap. Oh, no, it wasn't on one. Leclerc's on one. Fernando Alonso, fastest in Sector 2 as well. Leclerc goes P. Ooh. Wow. Leclerc goes P1 with a 35.98. Stroll goes fastest in Sector 2 by 1 millisecond over his teammate. Okay. Is Russell on a lap? No. What about Alonso? Yes, he is. Round the final corner. This lap is very long. Alonso across the line. And Alonso goes P1 by 7 tenths over his teammate Stroll, and then Bottas slips into P2 with a 35.5. So we're seeing a lot of track ramp, and there is a lot going on. Perez, no, he's not on a lap. Ricciardo is not a horrible, actually no, it's a pretty horrible Sector 1. A couple tenths off Bottas, a couple tenths off Stroll through the first sector, but through the second sector, again, a tenth or two back. Max Verstappen, only P2, 600ths off Alonso. Come on! Come on! Oh my shit. Alonso the Cookmeister. Daniel Ricciardo around the final corner. Not the greatest of laps. Probably like maybe a top 10. Oh, actually. Oh, shut up. Ricciardo goes P6 with a 36.3. Not bad. 1.2 seconds off Alonso. These gaps are wacky. Alex Albon begins a lap. Sergio Perez also begins a lap. No, he doesn't. Sergio Perez going really slowly. There's only 9 minutes left and he ain't done a lap yet. He's also... Oh, he's pitted. Alright. But Williams being very wacky with Perez there, sort of... Oh, Perez went for a lap and one of the Williams cars was sat on the racing line. Yeah, but Albon, the problem we have is that when you get out of the way through turn 1, you don't go round the outside, you go round the inside. Logan Sargent has just popped into P6 as Pastry goes fastest in Sector 1 by quite a distance. Zhou Guanyu goes up to P6. Perez still not out. This is kind of concerning. Pastry also fastest through Sector 2. My guy is cooking. Albon also on a lap. Where's he? Oh, he's there. So Albon's actually going to finish his lap first. Hulkenberg trying to do a lap. Improving in Sector 2. Not improving in Sector 1. He's a bit shit. He's a bit shit. Anyway, Alex Albon's... Oh, wait. Leclerc actually improved his lap there. I didn't even realise. Leclerc goes P4, and then Albon overtakes him and goes P4. Oscar Pastry, probably about to go P1 here. And there it is. By a 1/10 of a second, Oscar Piastri goes P1. Lovely stuff. Hulkenberg also pops up to P8. Where's my phone? It's here. Well done, Hulkenberg, and well done, Piastri. We've got a couple more hot laps. We've got George Russell. We've got Tsunoda. We've got Ocon. And we've got Sainz and Gasly. So, quite a lot. Russell improves from P12 to P6 with a 35.7. Carlos Sainz, fastest in Sector 2. Absolutely. Right. Gasly moves up to P9. Not bad. Ocon moves up, then takes P9 off Gasly. What about Tsunoda? What's he going to do? Tsunoda goes up to P10 with a 35.9, 4/10 up on his teammate Danny Rick. 6 minutes remaining. Perez is still not out on the track. Sergio Perez is now out on track. It's crazy how that works. What's a bit concerning, though, is that Perez seems to only be doing maybe 1 lap, and he might only have time. He'll have just enough time, I think, to do 2 hot laps. So, no one else on laps. Everyone's probably going to do the usual. Pop back in the pits for a minute or two. Get ready. Refuel. New tyres. And then, with 2 minutes remaining, pop back out. Go, go, go. Ted Kravitz has come on the Sky broadcast, so we're going to instantly turn it off. Little quote from Helmut Marko here on the Red Bull rumours of the Sergio Tequila Perez and Sardos Kynes Chile. He says, "It is clear that Checo is currently having his best season since he's been with us. If he maintains the performance like the qualifying in Japan, then he is certainly the best option for 2025 at Red Bull. He's a team player and has now realised his radical approach in terms of setup last year was the wrong one. Now he has a setup much similar to Max's." Now, this is actually the first time that we've seen a Red Bull driver do this. We know that Albon, when he was teammates with Verstappen, he likes a front end like Verstappen does. Not as severe, but he does like one. We know that Gasly likes a little bit of that as well, but Perez sort of wants to go the other way. But what Perez has done is, it might have took him 4 years, but he's done what Ricciardo couldn't, which is actually adapt his driving style. And now, he doesn't beat Max, but he gets quite close with the same setup. I think that's pretty cold. Here goes Perez on his first flying lap. There's only 4 minutes left, so it's going to be quite nip and tuck if he can actually do a hot lap and then get round again if he cocks up. He can't really have a shit lap here. He does a 25.3 through the first sector. I think Norris is on a lap as well. Is he not? Yes, he is. Lando Norris on a lap right now, coming round the second to last corner. Pretty decent sector times, I'd say so myself. 25.2, 28.5. I don't know what that is in terms of position, but here he comes across the line, and Lando Norris goes from P17 to P1. Track Evolution, Bosch, 34.8. Bang. Sergio Perez currently 3/10 off Lando Norris through the first 2 sectors. Now, we know Perez has a mighty sector 3. He needs to sort of unleash it a little bit, because 3/10 off Norris is only a top 5, and with Track Evolution, I'm not sure that's even safe. So Perez might need to do a second lap here. Yeah, no, unless he has the best sector 3 of all time, which is definitely doable, he will actually have to go and do another lap. So, here comes Perez round the final corner. What's Tequila gonna do? Oh, no. Tequila Perez, only a 35.4 on his first lap. Oh, fuck me. Only a 35.4. There is a decent chance that that might not be enough. Or is it? Oh, I don't know. Bottas, though, is improving. Currently up on Max Verstappen. I never thought I'd say that, but there it is. Bottas in the stake car going quicker than Verstappen right now. Verstappen. 28.5 for Bottas through the second sector. This is honestly like top 3 form. 2-minute warning comes out, so you know what that means. We get the illuminated red bottom. The bottom 5 currently Zhou Guanyu, Logie Sagi, Danny Rick, Lewis Hamilton, and K-Mag. All of them, every single driver's still got to do a lap apart from the top 4. But Verstappen's back out. I believe Perez... Albon's just gone fastest in Sector 1 by like 3/10. Right, the track evolution's going to be a bit crazy. Valtteri Bottas moves up to P5, and if he's getting a P5 at a stake, these Red Bull cars, George Russell, Charles Leclerc, Lance Stroll, they're not safe at all. Sargent improving, Zhou Guanyu improving, Kevin Magnussen improving. Everyone's going to improve. It all depends by how much. Stroll's going to begin his first flying lap. Well, she's technically his second flying lap, but you know what I mean. His final flying lap. We have a yellow flag somewhere. That's a big problem. It might be Logan Sargent going in the gravel a little bit, if I had to guess. He was going very, very slowly, so maybe that's what it is. I want to see if Perez goes for another lap, because I feel like he might need to. Stroll goes fastest in Sector 1, and Perez is going for another flying lap. Oh, goody. Sainz goes up into P2, Oscar Piastri in P3, Alex Albon, P7, Zhou Guanyu, P9. Ocon begins a lap. Leclerc's also beginning a lap. Magnussen finishing a lap with Tsunoda right behind, beginning a lap. So Tsunoda's going to get a lovely slipstream. Magnussen goes P10. What about Hulkenberg? Hulkenberg goes P4! Oh, Hulkenberg, you beauty! Lewis Hamilton, currently a couple temps up on Hulkenberg. That's track evolution for you. Hamilton crosses the line. Only P12 for Hamilton. Really bad. Sector 3. Danny Rick goes P9. And that might just be enough to get through. What about Lance Stroll? Wait, Perez isn't improving. Uh-oh. Stroll goes P8. This is not looking good for Perez. Russell goes P5. Perez might be out here. Wait, no. There's Joe Magnussen. Wait, Leclerc's going to knock Hamilton out. Leclerc is going to knock Lewis Hamilton out. Wait. Sargent, Magnussen, Hamilton, Joe. Okay, I think Perez might be able to just hang on. Oh, hang on. No, he's not. He's not safe. He's actively not safe. Perez might be out here, you know. Ocon goes P11. Charles Leclerc to knock Zhou Guanyu out. And he does it. Tsunoda. Can Tsunoda knock Perez out of quali? He crosses the line. And he doesn't. Holy shit. That has got my heart racing. Holy moly. Oh, I didn't like that at all. That was horrible. Oh, that was not fun. Oh. Okay, sorry, it's just that shat me up, like, really bad. So, Your finishing order for Q1 is going to be Max Verstappen in P1 with a 34.7, Leclerc with a 34.8, Norris a 34.8, Sainz a 35 dead, Piastri a 35 dead, Hulkenberg P6 with a 35 dead, Russell with a 35 dead, Alonso a 35-1, Bottas with another Q2, really good driving by him recently, with a 35-1, Gasly a 35-3, Gasly in the top 10, Alpine are back, Lance Stroll with a 35-3, Ocon a 35-3, Albon gets into Q2 with a 35-4, Ricciardo beating his teammate again with a 35-4, and Sergio Perez gets into Q2 by half a tenth. Perez with a 35-4, Zhou Guanyu, home hero, goes out in Q1 with a 35-5, Magnussen with a 35-5, Lewis Hamilton, P18 after finishing P2 in the sprint. P2 in sprint quali. He's P18 in normal quali. Fuck me. 35-5. Sonoda in P19 with a 35-7. And everyone's favourite driver, Logan Sargent, with a 36-3. Whew. That was scary. Because realistically, just to paint the picture a little bit, what's happened is I was literally reading a quote from Helmut Marko just before quali started, saying that, you know, this is the best that Perez has driven for us. Yeah, this, like, he's doing really well. I don't see a better option. And then he almost gets eliminated in Q1, but he survives by half a tenth. And by the way, I just want to talk about the gaps. There was one... I mean, you got to ignore Logan Sargent because he's Logan Sargent. But there was one whole second between the top 19. Just 1 second. The gaps were half a tenth, 2 tenths, 2 point... Of course, when I'm trying to read the fucking, like, times, it resets for Q2. Alright, whatever. But yeah, basically, really close. Right, I can say it here. So yeah, the gaps, P1 to P2, half a tenth, 2 tenths, 2.7, 3, 3.4, 3.7, 4.2, 5.4, 5.9, 6.1, 6.4, 7, 7.1, 7.6, 7.7, 8.3. Like, unbelievable how close it is out on the field. And then Q2 is going to start any moment now. Definitely not as much passion as their... Hang on. Oh, well, there you go. That is why... that's why there was a yellow flag.
He applied the brakes that time.
Yep, that's why there was a yellow flag nearing the end of Q1. Logie Sagi went for a little ride over the gravel, and that's why he's gone. Honestly, I think it will just be a Christmas miracle in general if Logan Sargent gets out of Q1 at all this season. Like, I think it's doable, but it's gonna take, like, you know, like, first runs and then, like, rain or a red flag or something like that. But Q2 has begun. Now, we need Sergio Tequila Perez to step it up a little bit there. I mean, to be fair, he was 7 tenths off his teammate. Like, that's... The Perez of 2023, you'd expect it. But the Perez of 2024 not quite. That's a big gap for Sergio Tequila Perez, but I mean, to be fair, his lap was dismal, and his first lap he was blocked. So there you go. In all fairness, if Hamilton wasn't so shit, Perez would have been out there. Like, he would have been gone. But Hamilton is crap. Thank the Lord above.
That was close, yeah. Fuck. That was close.
Nice little comms coming from Perez there. That was him. That was his reaction to getting into Q2 by half a tenth.
Fuck.
Fuck. That's it. Just fuck. There it is. And then there's also, I think as well, though, Perez, only used the one set of softs. Leclerc, by the way, used 2 sets of tyres to get into Q2 there. Not ideal. We're 2 minutes into Q2, by the way, and no one's come out, so that's a bit dodgy. Sonoda team radio after his lap to go P19, he said, I mean, there's definitely something going on. I can't be fucking 19th. Honestly, that lap was pretty good. Oh. Basically, Hamilton had a lockup at the hairpin. That's twice he's done that. Oh, finally, drivers on track after 3.5 minutes. Nico Hülkenberg and Esteban Ocon, and Pierre Gasly. Honestly, both Alpines into Q2, Nico Hülkenberg, Valtteri Bottas, Alex Albon, Daniel Ricciardo. Really good performances from those individuals. And even though, like, I suppose you can't count it, but I'm going to. Ricciardo has sort of clawed his record back a little bit. He was what? 0-4 in both qualies and races. Now it's 4-1. No, it's 4-2 in quali, 4-1 in races. Of course, if you want to count the sprint races, which I'm going to, because there's still races. Everyone's on the same tyres. You go for a move, give it some go. So, yeah. Loads of cars coming out now. We got Oscar Piastri, we got Fernando Alonso, we got Lawrence, we got Danny Rick, there's Albano. Everyone on new softs as well. Got Lando no wins, cars on track. Valtteri Bottas, we love that. And it's sort of annoying, like, today, I don't think anyone will be really interested, but because it's a Saturday, there's lots and lots of football on. I'm English, so of course I'm into football quite a lot. And on, like, at 3 o'clock p.m. on Saturdays, there's, like, loads of games going on, and I love watching it. But of course, because of like, fucking China, I have to go to bed at, like, 10 a.m., wake up at, like, 6 or 7 p.m., do a league race, and then stay up all night for, the Chinese Grand Prix. So, yeah, not fun at all. Like, just no. So, yeah, it's a shame I'm going to miss it, but anyway, no one cares. I think Hülkenberg, Gasly, and Ocon have started their laps. Ocon already getting impeded by Russell. Nothing new there. Stroll's also starting his lap. So is Danny Rick. And then Alonso. And then Piastri. And then Albon. Nice. But honestly, I can't wait for quadding to end, to be fair. I'll just go to bed. I'm actually very excited about it. I unmute the Sky broadcast for like half a second, and I instantly get a perfect example of why I don't like watching it. David Croft basically saying, they need to warm up the tyres to get them in the perfect tyre temperature so that they can maximise the lap or something. Really? Shut up. Right, Hulkenberg, the first geezer to finish a lap, is going to be a 34.9 for Hulkenberg. Stroll going quicker, Norris going quicker, everyone's going quicker, to be fair. Poor Hulkenberg. Everyone's going quicker except Ocon. Unlucky. There goes Ocon. 3/10 back with a 35.3. Perez right out there, starting his lap nice and early. Piastri the fastest sector 2, Verstappen with the fastest sector 1. Gasly goes P3 with a 36 dead. That's 8/10 off Ocon. Oh, something went a bit wrong there. Stroll goes P2 with a 35 dead. A 10th and a bit off Nico Hülkenberg. Danny Rick goes P3 with a 35.2, so P3 of 5 drivers. Fernando Alonso probably going to go P1. There it is. 34.8 exactly for Fernando Alonso. Oscar Piastri currently down on Alonso. He's going to go P... Oh, never mind, I'm lying. Wait. Oh, that's a 0.5, not a 0.3. Piastri goes fastest, that's 34.65. Albon goes P6 with a 35.2. Norris then goes P1 with a 34.46. Verstappen's cooking, though. He's currently a 10th up on Norris. Maybe a 10th and a half through the first 2 sectors, so there's a decent chance Verstappen's about to go fastest. Let's see. Boom. And there it is. Verstappen goes fastest with a 33.9. Half a second quicker than no wins. Oof. Leclerc, only P8 with a 35.1. Yeesh. Perez, about 8/10 off Verstappen. I don't know what's going on with Perez currently. Perez goes P5. 9/10 off Verstappen as we have a yellow flag. As I believe that is... Sainz? What has Sainz done? Sainz has stopped at the start-finish straight. And there's a red flag. I think Sainz has binned it. Well, okay, so Sainz comes out the final corner, does spin his car, but I don't think... Surely you could just drive off with that. Bro barely touched it. Sainz literally barely touched the wall. Yeah, he literally barely touched the wall. Let's see. Comes out the final corner, goes over the curb, on the gravel, goes too much on the gravel, spins her, breaks the front wing, but... But yeah, no, but short, no, but... No, fuck off. Right, see, what this is actually really frustrating, because what's happened is... Well, because it's been a red flag, because although the car damage isn't a lot, yeah, although the damage ain't a lot, they still have to go and repair the barriers. But obviously, I have my timer. I got to reset it all now. But yeah, that doesn't look like a very hefty whack. Wait, so he can't drive out. Maybe he's stuck in the grass. That's actually a fair possibility, but he's gone off of the live timing, which typically means that he's gone. Like, he's at the car and he's not participating. So, there you go. Alright, well, there's 6 minutes and 40 seconds left. So if I just set it to 6 minutes and 30, and then that should be good. Whoa, Hamilton had a massive lockup in Q1. Jesus wept, no wonder he went out. Bro could have torn off like 3 of his tyres by doing that. Holy moly. By the way, Sainz is back on track. So, he's probably got a bit of damage. I don't even know if he'll be able to carry on. But, I mean, it makes the steward's job a bit easier, doesn't it? So, there you go. This is what I'm really confused by. This is what I'm sort of struggling to understand. So in sprint quali, Perez was sort of on pace with Verstappen, maybe like a 10th or 2 back, but that's it. In practice, he was very close as well. And then in the sprint race, he was a bit shit, but he was in traffic. And then now, I mean, Perez only barely got into Q2, and now he's a second behind Verstappen. Right, so I think the session should resume quite soon. I mean, they've only got to fix the barriers. It ain't the biggest of jobs. It ain't like they've got to move a whole car. Right, can the red flag go, please? Right, we don't need to see 17 replays of Sainz crashing. It's just, in general, not necessary. Like, it just isn't. Like, we get it. Oh, he's fucking mullered that front wing, though. Yeah, he might be done. That might be his quali over. Actually, no, it just is. His front wing's fucked. His mudguard, or whatever it is fucked. Not good. Only good thing is, obviously, in quali, when there's a red flag, they just pause the timer. Unlike practice, where they let the timer carry on. So that's nice. Alright, can the red flag go, please? I need to, I need to commentate about stuff, but there's nothing to commentate on. Please. 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 Please! What do you mean not live? Wait, what? Oh, don't tell me the red flag's gone. And with like Q2's already finished. I mean, the live timing actively said it wasn't live. Okay, no, the red flag is still out. I just don't like the fact that in the top left of my live timing, it doesn't say live. Like, it's not in red. Hang on. The red flag's gone. We are not fully underway. Do we have a restart time? No. All we know is that the red flag is gone. But the session hasn't been resumed. Please. Please. Oh my god, we don't need to see another replay of signs crashing. I get it. You got quite a cool, like, angle of it, but... Please! Please! Restart time? Hey! Ah. Restart time is in 3 minutes from now. Oh, I'm just gonna sit on my phone for 3 minutes. Honestly, I can't be bothered trying to think of stuff to commentate about. I genuinely can't be bothered. I'm European, just let me go to bed. I don't want to be up all night anymore, I don't like it. So yeah, Quaddy's going to resume in about 2 minutes time, so gives Ferrari a little bit of time. I still don't think they're going to repair that car in time. I mean, you could replace the front wing and maybe see if he could do anything with damage. I still think that Sainz can get through with a slightly damaged car, but obviously they can't just send out a damaged car. They can send out damaged, but not like bits hanging off and stuff, so they might have to just sack it off. Sainz's lap would have been good enough for P4 as well, which... The way this track's been evolving through this quali, that might have even not been enough. Like, it's so difficult to tell what the cutoff's gonna be because of the evolution. But, I mean, we've got Verstappen with a 33.9. I think that's him just safe. He's clear. And then Norris with a 34.4. Piastri a 34.6. Alonso a 34.8. Perez a 34.9, Hulkenberg a 34.9, Bottas a 35 dead, Stroll a 35 dead, Leclerc a 35.1, Ricciardo a 35.2, Albon a 35.2, Ocon a 35.2, and we are back underway. Green flag conditions. Oh, we are so locked. Alright. Russell immediately coming out. Let's get some tyre updates. I would say everyone except Verstappen needs another lap. I think Norris and Piastri, maybe just Norris is probably safe, but might need an extra 10th or 2 just to confirm his safety. But yeah, with only 6 minutes left, everyone's staying in except Russell and now Max Verstappen. Really? So obviously the Red Bull engineers and mechanics and whoever think that the evolution is going to be that much that Verstappen's going to need to do another lap. In fact, he's actually come out on new tyres. Not sure I agree with that, but... Well, what do I know? Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, what do I know? Hey, Red Bull 69! Thanks for following. Go on, lad. Fucking official Red Bull. The 69th official Red Bull's following me. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Unbelievable how that works. Wonder if Sainz is going to come out with just, like, his wheel hanging off. Oh, that's hilarious. Imagine he just comes out with, like, his wheel just dangling on the side. So, still only Russell and Max Verstappen. I still don't understand why Verstappen's come out. He literally doesn't need to. Bro's half a second clear off P1. Bro just doesn't need to. But anyway, Posh Spice beginning his first flying lap of the session. 4.5 minutes remaining. So, yeah, a bit interesting. Actually, now we can see track evolution. It depends on what Russell's sector time is. Russell's first sector is going to be a 25.1, which is about top 5. That's top 5 pace for George Russell. So there is evolution, but not a whole bunch. Verstappen starts his lap. Gasly comes out the pits. Might get in the way of Verstappen a bit. Stroll, sorry, not Stroll. Mr. Crash Prone also comes out of the pits, followed by Fernando Alonso. Will Stroll actually make a Q3? For the first time in his life, this would be rare. Russell through the second sector, still on top 5 pace. Verstappen actually doesn't improve through sector 1. It's still a very good sector time, but no improvement. That is strange. 3.5 minutes remaining. I'm starting to get a stomachache, which, as you know, when you get one, the vibes are ruined completely. And Carlos Sainz exits the pits as if nothing happened. So they obviously believe that car is good. Fair enough. Verstappen goes fastest through Sector 2, a 28.2. Posh Spice goes P3 with a 34.6. Not bad. He can do one more lap as well. He has got time if he wants to. Verstappen, though, he is cooking. Doesn't improve through Sector... It's funny how Verstappen doesn't improve in Sector 1, but is still 2/10 up on Russell. But yeah, 2/10 up on Russell through Sector 2 as well. Round the final corner comes Max Verstappen. Will he extend his lead? Absolutely he will. By 1/10.5, a 33.8 for Max Verstappen. That should see him through quite comfortably. Anyone on used, or is everyone on new? Let's have a butchers. Boom. No, all 15 drivers on brand new sets of softs. Lovely, lovely, lovely. 2-minute warning is about to occur. Now, there it is. Bottom 5 get illuminated. So far, it's Danny Rick, Alex Albon, the Alpines, and Carlos Sainz. Gasly is starting a lap, and then Stroll, and then Alonso, and then Hulkenberg, and then Ocon, and then Avocado. So let's see Gasly's... I think with a car like Gasly, which is like, you know, Q2 elimination kind of pace, you want to see this Sector 1. Sector 1 for Gasly, a 25.2. Track evolution is go, go, go. You need to get out there and you need to do a lap, because this track is cooking up something foul. Something disgraceful. Stroll does a 25 dead through the first sector. Now, Alonso is very good through this first sector. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes into the 24s. And he goes into the 24s. Ball knowledge. 24.9 for Alonso. Gasly not improving through Sector 2. This is Gasly's final attempt, so he needs to make it all count now. Hulkenberg improving. A 25 dead for Hulkenberg. Ooh! 25-2 for Ocon. Leclerc starts a lap. Russell pits, so he thinks he's safe. Perez is starting a lap. Bottas is starting a lap. Piastri is starting a lap. Gasly is finishing a lap. A little bit of traffic, but it's alright. Here comes Gaza around the final corner. And Gaza is going to go from P14 and stays P14. Your slowest driver. Your first confirmed exit. Pierre Gasly! Lance Stroll improves to P6. Sergio Perez, fastest Sector 1. We are so back. Like, we are back. Come on. Danny Rick. Yeah. Not. No, he don't make this at all. He just doesn't. Fernando Alonso goes P4. Not bad. Nico Hulkenberg goes P6. Ooh, I like that a lot. Perez, though, flying currently. Ocon goes P11. Can Danny Rick go above him? And he does! Danny Rick goes P9. I don't think that's going to be enough because both Ferraris have yet to do a lap. Carlos Sainz goes P2. Well done. Good shit. Leclerc round the final corner. This is unfortunately going to knock Danny Rick out. And there he goes. Charles Leclerc goes P3. Danny Rick is out of quali. What could Bottas do though? Here comes Perez. Perez goes P2 within 2/10 of Verstappen. We're back. Lovely. And oh my goodness gracious me! Valtteri Bottas knocks Stroll out of Q2. Come on! My fucking goat! Come on! We love that a lot. Your final order for Q2 is going to be Max Verstappen in P1 with a 33.8. Sergio Tequila Perez in P2 with a 34 dead. And then Sainz with a 34.3. Leclerc with a 34.4. Lando No Wins with a 34.4. Posh Spice with a 34.6. Fernando Alonso with a 34.6. Oscar Piastri with a 34.6. Nico Hulkenberg, Q3. Hulkenberg a 34.6. Valtteri Bottas gets into Q3 with a 34.7. Lance Stroll does a 34.8 and is eliminated. Danny Rick a 34.9. I think he can be happy with that. Maybe P12, I'm not too sure. He seems to have maximized it, but I don't really know. He did it improve in Sector 1, so if he did improve or even match his best time through there, who knows. But Ocon also goes out with a 35.2. Albon goes out with a 35.2. And Gasly is P15 with a 35.4. And there you have it. Your bottom 5 is Stroll, Ricciardo, Ocon, Albon, and Gasly. Some guy in this Discord server I've been just said, get Joe out of sport, he's so shit. Is he? I don't think he is. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that is actually quite funny. When Sainz went P3, his engineer came on the radio and said, hang on. He said, so we confirm all okay with the car. And Sainz just simply replied, yeah, it must be. Well done, good shit. So, it is pretty much procedure as usual in terms of like the top 10. But there always seems to be a running trend right now of the top 10 has who you usually expect, and then a couple upsets, like 1 or 2 upsets and 1 or 2 shockers. You've still got both Red Bulls, both Ferraris, both McLarens, so that's 6. Fernando Alonso you expect, George Russell you expect. That's 8 cars. Then you've got Hülkenberg and Bottas into Q3, Hamilton out in Q1, and Stroll out in Q2. But so far, decent performance by Ricciardo and Albon. Pretty depressed with Magnussen and of course Hamilton, but Magnussen mainly because I mean actually no, I don't know what's worse. Probably Hamilton, right? I mean, actually no. I think Magnussen is worse off than Hamilton because Magnussen had a decent, like, maybe not his best lap, but like a clean lap and was P17. Whereas Hülkenberg is currently P9 into Q3. Whereas Hamilton made a mistake, which I know is worse, but you know, his lap before that, like, without the mistake would have been good enough. So, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, pretty shit from them, and of course Lance Stroll, but at this point you sort of expect Stroll to get out of Q2, like, that's sort of his level. And there you go, good shit. Leclerc on the radio saying that wasn't a great lap. Well, you're within 30 milliseconds of your teammate. You are 4/10 off the Red Bulls, though. Actually, you're 4/10 off one, 6/10 off the other. So, my fucking hoodie's caught. Piss off. Right, Q3 thing is on, which means we are about to begin. That's actually a thought, to be fair. They've changed Parc Fermé. So, Parc Fermé locks in before sprint quali, so after practice, before the sprint quali, and then it also opens again in between the sprint race and the main quali. Good shit, that is interesting. Ugh. I feel we have to give Bottas, like, I think people are sort of heavily, I don't think underestimating is the right word, but not noticing Bottas right now. Bottas gets into Q3, 5-0 against his teammate in quali, and he's not only got in Q3, but also got in SQ3, so he is absolutely cooking. Have we started yet? No. Yeah, but honestly, Bottas is cooking. I'm not entirely sure what he's cooking, but he is cooking, and I'm very happy with it. Hang on, Q3 has begun. Hülkenberg and Posh Spice Stleart. And the strap on. Now, what I think is interesting is when, say, Sergio Perez or, you know, one of the Ferraris or Lewis Hamilton or Lando Norris, when they have a bad quali against their teammate, there is uproar of how terrible they are. They should be better. They need to get the sack in. When Hulkenberg out-qualifies his teammate by over a second, no one goes, oh, Magnussen should leave. Magnussen needs to be replaced. Is that because people don't really notice, or people just like Magnussen? Like, I suppose when you get, like, down the grid, like Tsunoda, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Gasly, Ocon, no one hates them. You know what I mean? But yeah, we currently have 9 drivers out. The only one to stay in is Valtteri Bottas. Everyone on new softs except Hulkenberg is on used. Now, I don't actually understand why you'd want to do a lap on used softs in Q3. I never really understand it. Because realistically... it's fatigue kicking in. Realistically, you're just gonna do a better lap on new softs at the end anyway. So, I don't know. Anyway, Hulkenberg starts his first flying lap. George Russell's also going to start his. And then we've got Max Verstappen and Sergio Tequila Perez also starting their laps. Now, this is where we see the true edge of performance. He said edge. That's where you see the proper true performance of people. So, Hulkenberg, 300ths up on Russell through the first sector, both doing 25.4s. Now, if you remember, Alonso did a 24.9 through the first sector. Verstappen does a 25 dead through the first sector. Hulkenberg through the second sector, a 28.8. Perez through the first sector, 600ths back from Verstappen with a 25 dead as well. Russell then goes 300ths quicker than Hulkenberg through sector 2, so they're literally currently basically equal on lap time, which is not ideal when you deep the fact that one's in a Haas, one's in Mercedes. Verstappen through sector 2 does a 28.2. Now, we remember Perez through sector 2 has been struggling a bit recently. And there it is again, a 28.5, 3/10 slower than Verstappen through sector 2. That is, not ideal. Hulkenberg's the first geezer to finish a lap. That's a 35.4. Alright, good shit. Russell then does a 35.6. Loses 2/10 through the final sector. Then we have Max Verstappen, who's going to go fastest by about 4/10, 6... by over a second. There it is. Verstappen does a 33.9. That ain't even his fastest lap yet either. He done a 35.7 in Q2. Perez does a 34.4. 2/10 off Verstappen in the third sector. Equal through the first sector. 3/10 back in the middle sector. That's where Perez is struggling. Fernando Alonso goes P2. Switch the Red Bulls. With a 34.3. I've just punched my wheel and now I'm in extreme pain. Then we have Oscar Piastri, P4 with a 34.6. And then we have Carlos Sainz, who is going to do only a 34.7 to go P5. Yeesh. Now Lando No Wins goes P4, 34.5. And then we have Charles Leclerc, who goes only P7. 3 milliseconds behind Sainz. Them Ferraris looking a bit shit. Although, to be fair, that's still where we expected. We knew that on one lap pace, McLaren were mighty. And they were very powerful. And then, obviously, Fernando Alonso's just him. So, I bet the stewards hate Alonso. He's literally just a menace to society. Like, he doesn't, to be fair, he literally doesn't do anything wrong, but the stewards penalise him anyway. It's really unfair. But all the first hot laps are out of the way, so everyone's going to pop back in the pits, put some new softs on, and then give it the beans again. This guy asked in my Discord who won the sprint. This guy said Verstappen. He said, what a fat knobhead. A fat knobhead is crazy. Ferrari News just tweeted 7.5 tenths off the pace. Why are we so slow? Oh, how funny. Right, 4 minutes remaining. Still going to be a little while before we get cars on track for the final runs. Right. Oh, hang on. We're getting cars on track a bit early today. All right. Hulkenberg pops out. Posh Spice and Chili and LeClerc are all coming out. All right. A bit early. Very early. Well, everyone's coming out. They got Oscar Pastry coming out. Of course, everyone is going to be on the brand new softs because why wouldn't you be? One thing that is concerning is Bottas is actively not set a lap time yet and is only just coming out now. So he is going for a one-lap wonder. So, Hulkenberg's going to be the first person to do a lap, followed by Posh Spice, Chili, LeClerc, Pastry, Bottas. No wins for Strap-on, Fernando Alonso, and then Tequila Perez. Two-minute warnings just popped up and Hulkenberg kicks us off. Anyway, right, that's just... I can't even say what that person said, but it is funny. Hulkenberg through the first sector at 24.9 for Hulkenberg. Okay, that's serious kind of pace. Russell at 25.2. Will Sainz finish his first sector before Hulkenberg finishes the second? Barely, but I think he will. Right, so, Hulkenberg 0.2 up on Russell through the first sector. Sainz at a 25.2. Okay, Hulkenberg's just cooking. 28.7 through the middle sector. That's actually really, really poor. Leclerc a 10th back from Sainz on the first sector. Russell 0.3 up on Hulkenberg through the middle sector. Oscar Piastri a 25 dead in the first sector. Bottas at a 25.2, so the slowest of everyone so far, apart from Leclerc. Sainz through the middle sector does a 28.3. Doesn't improve. Ew. Charles Leclerc does improve. Fastest of anyone. Come on. Go on, Leclerc. Hulkenberg finishes his lap. Hulkenberg goes P6. Unbelievable effort, really, from Hulkenberg. 8 milliseconds away from getting ahead of Piastri. Posh Spice goes P3. That's a very good performance from him as well. Sergio Perez through the first sector. A 24.98 for Verstappen. A 25 dead for Perez. He does improve, and that's all that matters. Sainz goes P2. 4/10. No, I'm lying. 3/10 behind Verstappen still. Leclerc, 3/10 off Verstappen. Verstappen might not need to do another lap. He doesn't need to. Oscar Piastri goes P2. Great lap by Oscar Piastri. Valtteri Bottas stays P10. There's a very solid chance here that Lando No-Wins stays quite low down. No, never mind. I'll shut the fuck up. Lando No-Wins goes P2 with a 34.1. But I feel like Verstappen's about to do something foul. Oh my god! Max Verstappen goes 5/10 faster than anyone else. Alonso not really improving, quite a way away from Verstappen. Only about 3/10. He could get P2 here, and he does. Fernando Alonso P2. Can Perez get on the front row? Yes, he can! Sergio Perez on the front row. Come on! The gap is quite big. 3/10 of a second. That is unfucking believable. Oh my god. Okay, so your final finishing order here in quali, Max Verstappen with a 33.6, Sergio Tequila Perez a 33.98, 3 and a bit tenths, splitting the Red Bulls, and then Alonso, unbelievable effort from Alonso, goes P3 with a 34-1, Norris a 34-1, Piastri a 34-2, Leclerc a 34-3, Sainz a 34-3, Russell a 34-4, Hulkenberg, really good performance, a 34-6, and Bottas with a 34-6. Going beyond the top 10, we have Stroll, which for some reason has Mercedes colours on for some reason. Daniel Ricciardo, Esteban Ocon, Albon, Pierre Gasly, Zhou Guanyu, K-Mag, Lewis Hamilton, Tsunoda, and what the fuck is a kilometre? That was... Wow, that was good. Good fight. Not really a good fight for P1, but a good fight for P2. And there you have it. Bada boom, bada bim, bada boom, 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 boom. I'm gone. Because of the red flag, this stream was slightly longer than intended. Hour and a half. Good shift. Now, I'll be back. I'll be back at 7:45 a.m. BST tomorrow morning, so in 22 hours from now. Actually, that's not the next time you'll see me. I am not only uploading a video at 5 p.m. where I go through all of the brand new info released about F1 24, but also at about 7:30, 8:15 p.m, so exactly 12 hours before the race, I will be participating in the BRR Tier 1 Racing League, which is just for the fun of it, do you know what I mean? Fuck it, why not? Bit of content. I'll be racing in that around China. It's gonna be horrible. I'm gonna hate every second of it, but fuck it, we ball. Thanks for anyone that tuned in, and I will see you all later.
Trust me no matter what happens, because I will stay by your side in your heart. Whatever happens, remember that you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want. Follow the light if you're not sure. Listen to your gut. The right path might come when the time is right. Take your own method, looking for the one who's trying to be perfect, yeah. You will try to match it, don't be sad if you don't make it up. You hope for wonders, living life means making blunders. It can make you shatter, you will try to fight the thunder. Trust me no matter what happens, because I will stay